Hello Capricorn, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your weekly read for the 4th week of August 2020. So that's from the 24th to the 30th, thereabouts. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we dive into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And I'm going to use this little secret garden oracle to draw 3 cards for you to start the reading off with. So let's see. Let's watch what we're doing. Let's see what mysterious words of wisdom the oracle has for Capricorn for the 4th week of August 2020. What messages are here for Capricorn? That's 2 already. For the 4th week of August 2020. What messages are here for Capricorn for the 4th week of August 2020? What does Capricorn need to know? Okay, there's a whole lot fallen out, and I'm going to just pick one. Just take that one. Okay. So let's see what you get. Wildflower. Live an uncontrolled life, free to go anywhere and bound by nothing. Okay. Relax, delight in powdered gold sunshine. Looks like it's time to just relax and just be. Let things take their natural course, their natural flow. And finally, you've got weed. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. So it may be time to weed out things that are troubling you or are troublesome to you. Things that are getting in the way. Looks like certainly a message to think about you for a bit. Take away things that are restricting you, move off from things that are restricting you, and that may well be the weeding that's needed. And simply relax and enjoy where you are and what you can do. But let's see how this all fits in with the rest of the reading. Let's see what is on the cards for Capricorn for the 4th week of August 2020. What's on the cards here for Capricorn for the 4th week of August 2020? What messages are here for Capricorn for the 4th week of August? Messages for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know? Let's see what you get. You have the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. It looks like you're struggling with something, Capricorn. This is similar to what you had last week. It's probably just a continuance of that. And what else do you have? The Hierophant, the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. And then as your challenger, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. Knight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Four of Wands is your advice row. And your outcome is the Six of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. And bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords. So it shows you may feel stuck in a difficult position right now, with the sense that this is your lot, there's no way out, you're bound, you can't see a way out. But, you know, although the swords look like a prison, there's actually a clear way forward. And if you could change your perspective, change the way you look at things, remove that blindfold that's obscuring your clear vision of what's actually going on and what's available to you, you may see that there's a path towards security, towards stability. But the initial three cards you get show, you know, you're carrying a heavy load on your own, and it's requiring a fair amount of dexterity for you to keep things all together, especially when people around you are not acting in synchronization. There's a lot of discord, competition, vying for position here. And there's also the Page of Swords showing that there's an inability to express themselves properly, whether it's you or the people around you. There's this desire to express yourself, to say something, but the inability to do that in a tactful and a tactful way, a way that would solve issues and clear the air and move things forward. So there's like words being said that are cutting and hurtful. Maybe they're true, maybe that's just someone sniping and bickering and gossiping. It's certainly people in your caress that are not coherent in their efforts to assist you in this, or to perhaps even this is just hindering this whole sense of being burdened. It's like you're carrying a heavy load and people around you are just making it worse. It's like a mum with a whole lot of children that just won't behave. Now, there are options around you. I'm getting a sense from the Hierophant. What appears to me now is this desire to do things in a traditional way, in a structured and ordered way. And perhaps what you're not seeing is that there's a lot of possibilities, there's a lot of different ways, although perhaps for you none of them seem very tangible, and there's a sort of sense of indecision that comes with the Seven of Cups. It's, you know, often, oh, wonderful possibilities opening up, but if none of them seem tangible, then you may drift for a long time in an indecisive state of mind. And I get a sense from this Nine of Pentacles, what you're wanting is to build up something secure, stable, and comfortable. It's, you know, this whole thing, the whole spread sort of shows that you've been using a lot of self-discipline and really sticking to something that's very difficult in the hopes of building up this secure and stable situation. Your challenges, you know, and it would be a challenge if people around you aren't cooperating. Your challenge is like to set solid foundations, workable plans, and make tangible progress on a daily basis, even if it's slow. And you've got the Empress in your challenge row as well, showing that, you know, finding still more love and affection, and to in order to nurture and protect and stabilize the situation, to be that great mother figure is undoubtedly a challenge if people around you are uncooperative and at battle with each other, and maintaining balance through all this, keeping things on stable ground, keeping things steady and stabilized in a time of flux, in a time of turbulence, and all the while being that nurturing, caring figure. It's no wonder that you've got this heavy load. It is a heavy load. Your advice row is to from the Knight of Swords, I get to come to, you know, he's on a quest for the truth, for honesty. He's sort of he's convinced. The energies of this card sort of represents someone who is sure and convinced of their righteousness, their correct, that they're right, that they have honesty and integrity on their side, and this is what he's racing towards for. This is what he's determined for. So in your advice row, I would say it's probably suggesting you move towards being decisive and determined in an honest and open way, and don't hesitate to communicate how you feel and how things are for you. As you move forward, you may have to you may have to turn your back on a lot of disruption and leave behind you something which may once have felt stable and secure, but is now no longer a secure and pleasant environment for you. Set your sights. I think it's about focusing your sights on moving forward, moving away, and quite rapidly at that. Getting, gaining control, taking the reins and moving forward with determination, because with this canopy of the heavens above you, it's a sign that you're guided, and your moving is blessed. You can move towards success, and here you have moving towards stability and towards harmony. It's very important, I think, for you to try and find an environment where people are moving in synchronization, where people are supporting each other rather than vying against each other. It seems you need to shift yourself as much as you can from a toxic environment towards something more stable. And how do you do that? It's easy said than done, isn't it? But yeah, don't tolerate less than you deserve. And that's quite a decisive message, make a stand and move forward with that, and move off. I just get a sense you need to be moving away from something, leaving behind things that may have controlled you too much. The old traditions. This could well be, for those of you who are seeing this reflecting in your work life, this could well be represent a traditional organizational environment, moving away from that to something more entrepreneurial, where you can have more control, where you can take the reins, where you can drive it forward at the pace that suits you, and leave behind things that are difficult and unpleasant. And moving towards, your outcome road, which shows that you will be guided. You will be supported in transitioning from all this turbulence to something much more peaceful. And that guidance may well be from someone who could mentor you, or support from people around you who are, harmonious and caring. But it could well be spiritual, divine help from angel spirits, guides. It shows you will be making progress. If you have the courage and the determination to take the reins to move forward with things, you will certainly begin to see the first hints of growth around you, the first indications of progress in your endeavour. And it may be small, but it will be there. There will, however, be some regrets. I think when we leave things behind, especially things that we've had a firm foundation with, there may be some degree of regret. But I get a sense also what you'll be leaving behind is a lot of heartache, a lot of turbulence, and you'll be healing from the heartache that this constant bickering and chaos is bringing you. And I'll just quickly get a clarification card for you, if you'd like, because we don't want to end on the Three of Swords. Let's see, why is the Three of Swords there? Why is the Three of Swords there? What message is in the Three of Swords? What more can you tell me? Can you clarify the Three of Swords? Oh, okay. You get the Moor, which is success. I think it's moving away from this lack of harmony, from this heartache. I think as you come into your own, you may look back and see how difficult this has been and how much you have been betrayed, or this total lack of cooperation. You may see that as you may look back on it in a once you're more successful, once you're moving off on your own, you may look back on it and think, realize what you're not seeing clearly, realize that it's actually hurtful. It's not simply a matter of people unable to get their act together and move in synchronization and work together. It's people who have not bothered, who have not tried, and you might look back on it and think, why did you suffer through that? But you've got the Moor there, which shows he's like the King of Wands, and it's you'll be able to create something lasting and worthwhile, as it says here. And move away from, I think you'll be so distanced from this troubling atmosphere at the moment, and finally able to make proper progress, because you've left behind things that cause you heartache, unfairness, bickering, discord. And finally, with the Moor being the King of Wands equivalent, you'll be able to relax, delight in powdered golden sunshine. Just soak it all up, the enjoyment and the success, the sense, finally the sense of warmth and achievement, finally getting there. So there you have it. Sort of at the moment things are unharmonious. There's a lack of cooperation around you and you're carrying a heavy load on your own, but the cards urge you to weed out, move away from, distance yourself, and to perhaps take control and move forward towards something more stable, more secure, more harmonious. And they indicate your transition will be aided, guided, and you'll begin to feel you make progress, leave heartache behind, and finally be able to relax in the warmth of the first degrees of your success, having moved on. So there you have it, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonated with you, and have a good week, and God bless you till we meet again.